On July 4th, the 16th annual Silvretta Classic Rallye got underway. And for the fourth time, electric cars were part of the field, while the vintage classics won over a new generation of fans. This time, there was a slight change. The classics and plug-ins started off together, rather than separately as they had in the past. Even some of the vintage cars had been converted to the new technology. One vintage classic after another rolls off the starting ramp. But before they do, each driver gets a little good luck charm from two local children in vintage dress. In sharp contrast to the vintage cars are the electric vehicles of 22 EVs, such as the Mercedes SLS-AMG Electric Drive Coupe. Everyone drives at their own pace. Some take their time and enjoy the countryside. The EVs are well advised to drive economically. The electric Smart stands out from the rest with its LED daytime running lights and city street driving design. Some cars are in a hurry, like this Audi Quattro, and take advantage of the few stretches of open road. The odd one out is the only privately owned fuel cell-powered Mercedes B-Class. The owner, Klaus Eger, gives his impression. It's just beautiful. You get a whole new feeling behind the wheel. You're more conscious of energy consumption and the environment when driving. But you have to think about finding the right filling station well in advance because not many of them are equipped for it yet. There are currently only a handful of hydrogen filling stations in Germany. Some of the rally drivers are still climbing the high alpine Silvretta road, while others are already headed back down the same way. On this rally, there's always time to enjoy the scenery. Before the day is over, both the vintage car and EV drivers have to pass a special stage. The idea is to drive a certain distance in a predetermined time as precisely as possible. The spectators are waiting at the finish line, with a bottle of sparkling wine as a gift to each driver. Later, on the market square, the spectators have a chance to see the cars close up. And what do the vintage car buffs say about the plug-ins? It's odd when they come along so quietly, and then here it is.
I think it's the future of cars. I think like in the next 20 years, everything will be electric.
Modern technology is good to see, but the classics aren't bad either. He has never driven an EV, but would like to try it sometime. Others wouldn't hear of it. This man says a real engine has to have at least 12 cylinders. Urban Priel says it's time people change their way of thinking about new cars. Certain things just need to be taken good care of, and they'll last longer. It's been calculated that driving a car for 20 years will use about the same amount of energy resources as it takes to manufacture and then scrap it. So it makes sense to keep a car and drive it just as long as possible. Getting an electric car to drive as long and as far as possible is the aim of current research and development on EVs, such as the hybrid XL1 from Volkswagen. The Smart Electric Drive is already on the market. In Germany, it starts at just over 13,000 euros. Johannes Eck of Mercedes says there are different applications for different automotive technologies. The Smart with the battery electric drive has been in high-volume series production since last year, selling direct to the end consumer. That shows that the car is practical for every day and can be produced in series. Of course, the fuel cell is the more modern, costlier, and newer technology. And this car proves these new technologies can achieve a very long range. So it has qualities from both drive systems.
Das heißt, es ist die Mischung aus beidem.
The Silvretta Classic Rallye in Montafon also puts qualities from vintage classics and state-of-the-art electric cars on the road together.